Hello there and welcome back to Midlife Rises. I'm Cheryl. It is such a tiring time that I decided let me just stop and say hello. So I don't know how far you are in your preparation for the holidays, but it is honest. It's a time of love and giving. It's something that we should be feeling at all times, but some people are just around this time is when they wait to just give and show that love. So let's talk about that a little. Okay, don't go away. Inducing that love and happy feeling sometimes can be extremely challenging. As I mentioned several times, life throws us these curves. And it's like seasons, just like the Christmas season, the summer. We have moments of seasons. I know sometimes I get caught up in it. When it gets really dreary out and gloomy and getting dark at 4 o'clock, I'm not the happiest person in the world. But what does it take really to have your happiness? Have you thought about it? I'm comfortable with what we talked about so far in having self-love, developing self-love. What about your inner happiness? What are you doing to induce your happiness? Because you have to work at it. Because happiness is something that is within us. It's not induced by another person or material things, although a lot of us like to put it off like it does, but you'll find that you'll get whatever it is you set out to, and then you go right back to having that bad feeling. So you've got to work to have your peace and happiness, because when that is in place, everything else, there are other things that can interfere, especially around the Christmas season. If things are not in place, all of these different things can play a part, but it shouldn't be your overall reason for feeling bad inside. What is it that causes that bad feeling? You've got to tackle it. Not cover it up with all the different things that I was talking about before. I'm having my moments in between, and I am honing right in on it so that I can identify with what is causing the problem. This is another reason why you can't put your peace and happiness in someone else's hands. That has to be your responsibility. You've got to do that me time and try to take inventory and see exactly where it's coming from. If you are ignoring it, masking it, keeping yourself intoxicated, it's not going to go away. It'll be right there waiting for you. And don't you want to just clear all that stuff out? It's such a good thing when you can have that peace and happiness, when you can have that good feeling inside. And it is something that is our divine right to have. You just have to make sure that you know how to get it. And the only way you can do that is by really thinking about it and trying to identify with what you need to make yourself happy and peaceful, because everything else branches from that. Your health, the way you deal with others, the things that you do, everything has to do with the way you feel. This is why I've been touching base with this thing. I did a part 1 and 2 because it's important. In midlife we have, especially women, we have a lot of things that can hinder us from growing within. And so you want to make sure that you're feeling that wholeness and that you are working towards your happiness. It's there for all of us. It is our divine right to be at peace with ourselves and to have that happiness. I wanted to just stop and touch base with that because we are in the Christmas season and it's a time to be jolly. It's really hard when you're not able to do it, because this calls for for peace, happiness, love, sharing and giving. It calls for all of that stuff. And a lot of times if you're in the wrong mode, you won't be able to engage. So think about what it is that you need so that you can have that peace and happiness from within. Okay? Check us out at midliferises.com and do subscribe to the channel so that you can get notified of our weekly videos when we push them out. It doesn't always come out on schedule, but it does come out. So stay with us and happy holidays to you. We'll touch base again. Okay? Take care now. Bye.